Wanted to see how the first couple weeks have gone for you, these first two games. What's it sort of been like getting your first college experience?
It's a blessing, I'll say that. But no, that's basically what I work for. So it's been exciting. I'm real excited. I stay excited. It keeps me going. Knowing that though many people get this chance, I keep high energy because I work for it. So try to keep it that way.
Is there one area or maybe a couple where you feel like the passing game or the offense in general took the biggest jump from week 1 to week 2?
Playing together, being together. I'd say week 1 was getting settled. But after that, we just play together, play as a unit, and everything connected.
How would you kind of assess your performance on Saturday against Kentucky? It seemed like you were getting a lot more involved in the passing game and stuff. And also, how would you assess your blocking as well?
Hey, that was I'm gonna be honest, I was a little nervous. So I'd say me personally, being involved, it kind of let me settle down a little bit. But blocking wise, I kind of got to pick that up a little bit, more aggressive and
There were a lot of people who saw you during preseason camp, and they're like, how the hell is this kid 18 years old, 6'4", whatever, 6'5", 240? Did you have to grow at all? Was there anything that surprised you when you first got to college, or did it just kind of click really quickly for you?
Summer workouts I had to grow. That was difficult. Yeah, it was way different than high school. But once we got in pads, it was just I know what I'm doing. I know my ability, so I'm gonna show that.
Yeah, kind of going off that question, what is it kind of like competing in the SEC so far for you? And was there a moment where you kind of felt like, okay, I can handle myself and do what I need to do? I always felt like, hey, this is my chance. I can't blow it now. I know I was here for a reason, so I got to basically show that,
How much did you watch College Game Day growing up?
Not often. My dad was a Florida fan. That wasn't really often. But in the past, couple years, since LSU, Joe Burrow LSU, that's when I started watching it a lot.
Okay. And for you, going back to the blocking thing, I know obviously when you're in high school, you're mostly catching passes and running routes and stuff. So how has it been trying to pick up that part of playing tight end? How challenging has it been trying to learn something that you probably never really had to do a lot of?
Not really challenging. I mean, yeah, it's challenging, but challenging part is just, I'm going against Dylan Stewart and, Kyle and Gil every day. So I think that's the challenging part. But in game, it's just, hey, you did it in practice, just do it, show it now.
You said week 1 was about settling in. Week 2 was communication. What's next for this offense? What do you have to do to get even more efficient?
Hey, just keep doing what we're doing. Staying connected, staying together, celebrating each other. Mazio scored. Hey, I think I was more happier than that for him than when I caught the ball myself. So celebrating each other, staying together, and playing as a unit.
Going back to Dylan and Kyle and Gil and all those guys, how nice is it watching other tight ends and tackles having to mess with those guys and block them?
Oh, man, I just know it's a nightmare for him. Especially Dylan, man. Hey, that dude's different. I don't know. Him, Kyle, and Gil, Gil give me my biggest challenge. I feel Gil, Gil works moves. Dylan, it's just, you got to pray with him sometimes.
A lot of people look at you and Lenoris as two young guys who could, be in this program for a long time. What's your relationship like over the last couple weeks, and what do you do to make sure, you have his trust on the field?
Hey, if he throw it my way, I go and get it. Hey, if that ball in the air and it's near me, hey, you can trust me to come down with that. I just gotta let that be known,
Being a young guy and stuff on this team and new to everything in college, how do you kind of keep the main thing with game day coming here and all the energy and buzz about this game on Saturday?
Josh Simon. That's basically my mentor right now. I'm the youngest in the tight end room. He's the oldest, so it's I'm listening to him. hey man, how you? Hey, just let it happen. Like, hey man, how you? Hey man, things happen. It's just like, all right. So like, he just guides me, and I just listen because like he knows more than I do. So I just take that backseat role.
You got any good stories on Josh from the time you guys have been playing together so far?
It's too many of them. I'll tell you that. But I'd say him telling me to keep like 4 pairs of gloves because he was like, you never know. Like, hey, he was like, you might blame the gloves, so you might have to switch them out, show something different. So that's one thing I learned. I keep 6 pairs of gloves with me on in the tight end bag at practice. So that's the main thing I done learned so far.
I know in high school you were, kind of all around that campus, trying out for everything, going to every little meeting and stuff. What's it been like transitioning to college? Like, are you trying to get involved in stuff? Are you using up your free time, or is football taking up all your time right now?
As of right now, football is just the morning. Like after, I got study hall and all the whatnot. I'm just everywhere. Like Russell House, I'm not even doing nothing. I'm just walking around, just meeting people, just talking to people. Hey, what you got for lunch? Like things like that. Like I don't even know what's for lunch. Like I don't even go in there to eat. I just socialize, just see different sceneries. I mean, I can't find I don't know, a disc golf club here. Like that's what I'm just trying to find different things that I might be interested in.
What can you say about this freshman class? A lot of the freshmen here have done really well through the first 2 games. What have you seen with your teammates that have allowed y'all to do so well so young?
Honestly, we was been connected. Like since I committed January 23, like we had a group chat since, and every time like spring game of 23, we was all here, we was all together, just chatting. Then the next day we was like, hey, can we get some practicing on just things like that. So like I feel like we all just like wanted the same thing, wanted to work, wanted to compete, and that's just led us to where we at now.
So Josh told you to keep 4 gloves, and you got 6?
Yeah, I had to take it to the next level because I sweat a lot, and when them gloves get sweaty, it's like that thing goes straight through your hands, and you don't know what to blame, so you blame the gloves.
Thank you, Josh.
No problem.